There he is, the man, the myth, the legend.
Look out there, MP.
Look out there, MP.
Hi, everyone, and welcome. We bring you a regular season game with extra importance. This is Game 3 of the NBA Cup, a vital group stage contest. This is Brian Anderson with Grant Hill and Stan Van Gundy. And out on the sidelines is Allie LaForce. Just a couple of weeks into the season, certain rookies are showing they belong in the NBA. Checking out the rookie race watch. He's hanging towards the back of the pack in the early goings. But there's still time left for him to have a breakout performance.
And the crop of rookies this year is just full of talented players. It's going to be fun to watch them battle for the award.
Well, they're already making their presence felt and really showing they belong. That's what it's all about as they begin their hopefully long and productive NBA careers.
And the starting lineup for the Nets. We've got Sharp. MP is out there with Zaire Williams. Then there's Traoré, and it's Dimon in at the 2-guard. And for Boston, White and Brown team up as the backcourt. Jason Tatum out there with Nikola Vucevic. And it's Hauser in at the 3 slot. And a lot of talk this year about MP and his sights set on securing the NBA Cup for his team. It really adds a bit of intrigue and drama to what's already become a fan favorite here in the early goings of the NBA season.
Yeah, as if we needed any more drama. MP, I think, draws a lot of attention to himself with his expectations and goals, but I admire that he puts his vision into reality and isn't afraid to tell the world what he wants to achieve. MP always seems to find a way to give us must-watch NBA action.
You take a look at the Celtics. They've split their first 2 games in the NBA Cup. They have a 1-1 record in a group stage.
Yes, they're at 500, and in terms of the NBA Cup, their backs are against the wall. You have to win tonight to have any shot to advance.
And now talking about how things are going for Brooklyn. They are off to a strong start in this NBA Cup, winning their first 2 games of the group stage.
Yeah, they've set themselves up nicely, but they can't get too comfortable. They need to win out in order to ensure their spot in the knockout round.
And here's MP from outside. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
Quick decision-making by MP. I love how confident he looked taking that shot.
Here's Tatum. Sinks another one. He's on a roll, starting 4 for 4.
Well, this offense is off to an outstanding start. They're communicating, executing, and finding great shots.
Good ball movement here by Brooklyn. And here's MP from outside. Pass to Toure. 6 to shoot. Williams from long range. Nails it from 3.
Well, you can't start the game much better than this. 4 of 5 from the field.
Picked by Vucevic. And here's Brown for 3. The rebound by the Nets. And they've been one of the more exciting teams in the league this year, besting most of their opponents by a healthy margin.
Yeah, not many close games for them this year. When they win big. That kind of dominance has made them feared by the rest of the league.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, guys. Jason Tatum talked about his development since coming into the league, and he said earlier, I was playing the game just to play the game instead of thinking it. It's tough when you're younger. You just want everything to happen so fast, but it doesn't work like that. Brian, back to you.
He's come a long way. All right, Allie, thank you.
Yeah, we know Brown loves some aerial theatrics, and he really went all out there.
Thanks to the AT&T Connected Cam for the up-close and personal view of that slam. Puts up a 3. Again, MP missing.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
And some tough salary decisions this summer for the Boston Celtics, Coach.
Well, in one way, it's a good problem to have, possessing too much talent. But with this new CBA, it's harder to retain everybody like we saw with Celtics teams of old. Well, they have leaned on him offensively with good reason. Efficiency will help you win a lot of games.
And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. So Boston ends up going with a new group. And a chance now to take a look at some numbers for Jason Tatum.
And he's been locked in at the free throw line for sure. In the past 5 games, his percentage at the line is much better than it had been prior. Sometimes that's how it works. You just get that extra focus at the charity stripe.
Here's Keita. Right now contributing around 10.5 points a game. Knocks down the triple. And this game is tied up now.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Outside man. The 3 is up. The rebound, Celtics. They come into this one following a loss to Brooklyn.
It's always hard to get a win on the road, especially when you show zero energy on the defensive end.
Yeah, when you have a defensive showing this poor, it's normally due to an overall lack of effort.
And so MP will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Last time they met in Brooklyn.
They really threw their weight around last time. They got to the free throw line a lot, and it helped secure the win.
Well, and coaches will sometimes complain about an inconsistent whistle from the refs, but credit them for the level of aggression to make things happen.
So it's Boston now, following the bucket by Brooklyn. Here's Gonzalez. Right now averaging 5.5 a game. Shot clock at 3.
Oh, neither of these teams can miss. At the same time, neither is playing a ton of defense either.
And so it's Jason Tatum making highlights for the Celtics. Hunting for opportunities, leading to 9 points in the quarter. And we played through the first minute here in the second. Outside Pritchard. Outside Tatum. Beyond the arc. Pritchard, no good.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
They've got Peyton Pritchard, and it's Garza in at power forward. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. And Pritchard, here we go. Pass to Gonzalez. And the ball out of play. The Nets will have it.
Yeah, what a disconnect. Sloppy play like that is something they can expect to come up in the film session.
Outside man. Back to MP. Boston with a rebound. Following this game, they host the Magic. And that'll put them halfway through a 3-game homestand. And he hits it and gets hacked. A 3-point chance here if he can convert.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
And the Nets making a change here. Sharp's checked in. All right, on the line, we've got our insider, Shams Charania. What do you have for us, Shams?
Well, guys, a lot of excitement about the upcoming 2026 draft class, but quietly, some scouts voicing early concern about the quality of prospects in the class of 27. Now, there's still time for players to emerge, but expect this to impact the way teams value those picks.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. Shams, thank you for the report. The Celtics have gotten 3 or 4 field goals in the second quarter. Oh, the burst by Brown.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Nets trail by 3. Over to the wing. Torrey for 3. Good, and the assist goes to MP. Torrey's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Here's Tatum. Sharp grabs the miss.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the miss.
Oh, MP showing the big range.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
And here's Brown, coming off a 16-point game against the Nets in Brooklyn. There's a minute 47 left in the first half of basketball. Grant, the thing about Jaylen Brown, he doesn't need a lot of space to get his shot off.
You know, B.A., he has a quick release and rises high on his jumper. Has a great up fake and can stop on a dime. Usually all the space he needs to find his shot.
Look at Tatum using his length.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
And Jordi Fernandez wants a timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. And Boston with some changes. Nikola Vucevic is checked in for Queta. Hauser comes in for Garza. And it's White in for Tatum. And a change for the Nets. Demon, he's checked in for Mann. A nice shot by MP.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
Celtics trail by 7. Brown passes to Vucevic. And here's Hauser. Stolen by Sharp. 59 seconds left in the second. Pass to Demon. On the wing, MP. The 3. And again, it's Brooklyn from deep.
Yeah, when we talk about MP's unlimited potential, we're referring to nights like this one.
Outside White. Back to Brown. Hey, Brown in traffic.
And force-feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
Good. MP's got 28 points for the game.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They should continue to ride the hot hand.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. White for 3. That one falls. Coming off the Vucevic feed. Vucevic has got 3 assists now in this one.
Well, we've seen an uptick in volume from White at the arc. He's more confident than ever from that range.
A nice shot by MP.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Now here's Brown. Hook loose and stolen by Williams. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets ending the quarter up 10. Great shot selection right now, keeping the game simple and getting high percentage looks. Time for a quick break, then back to the action.
And this is totally off topic, but how did you guys feel about games on back-to-back nights?
I didn't mind back-to-back games, but what I really like were back-to-back titles.
Yeah, I know a little something about that too, Shaq. I know it's pretty sweet.
Well, it sure is nice to see you guys agreeing about something for a change. Let us take some time now to talk about the first half, a commanding performance for the Brooklyn Nets. That's it for us. Thanks for...
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
So it's Brooklyn now. 10-point lead. This is their biggest of the game. Kicking off the second half, here's Jordy Fernandez's 5. We've got Demon, Sharp out there with MP. And it's Williams, and it's Traoré in at the point guard position. 5 on the clock. To the wing, right side. Back to MP. Pushing. Through the contact inside. MP.
Well, looking like a vet there. You forget how young he still is. MP with great awareness of the shot clock situation. They've had a slight leg up on the boards and a big leg up on the scoreboard.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thanks. The Celtics understand that they'll be tested. Jaylen Brown said growth is a journey with ups and downs. You have to stay with it. You can't complain. Don't let it break your spirit. We've just got to keep building the right habits, keep being versatile, and keep learning from these experiences. Hey, back to you.
Always looking to get better. Thank you, Allie.
Yeah, just powerful stuff from Vucevic.
Jay, getting it done inside. MP.
He's been in total control offensively, and the defense has had no answers.
To the middle. Here's Tatum. And it's MP with a rebound. MP's got his 5th rebound in this one. Stan, looking back on the 2017 draft, at the time, you believe Jason Tatum was the best prospect.
And with hindsight, BA, that seems obvious. But back then, Markelle Fultz was the consensus #1 pick. Credit the Celtics for trading back and getting their guy.
And he makes the first.
You know, so far, I'm pretty impressed with MP's attitude. He doesn't seem like a young hothead. He knows he's got a lot of work to do on his game. Productive trip to the line. He doesn't like to leave points on the table.
Tatum with a screen. Inside. And Tatum fires one home.
Precise delivery on the pass. Led him perfect.
Nets leading by 12. Pass to MP. There's the triple. Sinks the tray. MP's got 40 points.
They've got the offense clicking. 3 for 4 to start the half and looking confident.
And it's Tatum missing.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
And down it goes. 2 points.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Here's White. White coming through.
I like that from White, attacking the heart of that defense.
Brooklyn has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. MP, that one's good.
Well, they just need to keep getting him the ball. He has been terrific this quarter.
Celtics trail by 18. Right side Brown. The shot. Rebound Brooklyn. MP's got 7 rebounds in the game. To the paint. Here's Sharp. Shoots over Vucevic. And Sharp the bucket on the assist by MP.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Pass to White. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Tatum can't hit.
Yeah, and they're fighting to get back in this one, but unfortunately, he just keeps coming up empty.
Here's Dimon. Good ball movement here by Brooklyn. And the basket by MP. MP's got 45 points.
Huge night for him. I love how he's searching for his shot attempts, trying to carry them to the finish line.
And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. So both teams making some changes here. And here are some of the best scorers in the league so far. MP third.
He's proven to be an essential part of their offensive efforts, always playing hard on that end and ensuring they come up with points.
Here's Garza. Again, the miss by Boston.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Pass to Dimon from outside the arc. Nails it from beyond the arc. Dimon's got 5 now.
They've had a hard time shutting down the three-point shot.
Boston's got nothing to fall from outside in this third quarter. Harper passes to Garza. 40 seconds left in the third. That one a little long.
They are really struggling to stop this run.
Well, this is a spot where you have to be able to go to your leaders. They need to step up and make a play to turn things around.
MP shot is good.
Strong work down low from MP. He doesn't let aggressive defense throw him off his game.
Here's Gonzalez. 2-second difference between shot and game clock. Clock at 6. To snap the cold streak. It doesn't go for him.
Coaches loathe empty possessions. You got to be able to hit the easy ones.
At the end of the third quarter, a huge lead. This one may have already been decided. Nets out in front, opening up a huge gap. We'll take a quick break and then get you back to the action. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that, Don. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Well, that was an... absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Jason Tatum out there with Peyton Pritchard, and it's Garza in at the 4 slot. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Smith passes to MP. Here's Wolf. Pass to Smith. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. Stan, I have to ask, how important is it to have a big man in today's NBA?
That is a great question, B.A. And look, things have really changed. We went from big, strong guys in the league and centered our game around those guys to then people wanted to play small ball and be more skilled. But now what everybody's figured out is we can get that same skill from bigger guys, and bigger and better is better than smaller and better.
Here's Wolf. There's the 3. And Pritchard pulls it down. Down low. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, his leaping ability can certainly mask that.
MP with it. Well, there's the shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Here's a look at what's coming up for Boston. On Sunday, they'll go up against Franz Wagner and the Orlando Magic. And then on Wednesday, they'll be taking on Cade Cunningham and the Detroit Pistons.
One way you could look at this difficult stretch against some of the best in the league, it's a tremendous chance to prove to the league just how good your team is. It could provide a huge statement.
Abaji's checked in for Brooklyn. There's Tatum with the 3. He can't hit that time.
Well, so far in the second half, he hasn't been able to get another 3 to fall.
And the basket by Abaji.
Great touch there. It's just so tough to defend a floater like that.
Outside White. There's Tatum with the 3. That one falls, coming off the Vucevic feed. Vucevic has got 4 assists now tonight.
He's taking what he can get here, has a 3 in each half.
And Brooklyn with possession here. Here's Saraf. Pass to Abaji. And with the new 2-day format for the NBA draft, some executives complain, Grant, saying it helps out the disorganized teams.
Well, those teams could be in trouble regardless. With the push for parity, the league might not mind giving them some extra time to process during the draft.
Well, when you're as polished and practiced a shooter as Brown, there's no reason to hesitate.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. And here's MP from outside. Boston pulls it in.
And it didn't register as an official block, but he did everything you want in disrupting that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
The 3. Hauser grabs the board. Celtics trail by 21. To the inside. Here's Vucevic, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Yeah, that's like a quarterback leading his receiver. Put it right on him.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We played about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Brooklyn, no good that time either.
Well, that's what the defense has to do. Make that shot as uncomfortable for him as possible.
Tatum finds Brown. Back to Tatum. Oh, a gorgeous feed. He hammered it down.
It looks like it'll be a big win for them here. Time to just cruise to the end of the game and chalk up the victory for the Nets.
Seemed like the sheer volume of three-pointers today was the deciding factor.
And they'd hit one and then just dial it up again. And it worked.
This will mark their 13th win of the year. Not a bad number.
And they've had their fingerprints all over this series, winning 2 straight and looking like they have this team's number.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for MP.
He has really stood out tonight with his work on the glass. You can see the extra effort coming through.
Shot clock at 6. Takes a 3. Oh, it misses. Here are the Celtics with the ball. A 14-2 run over the last bit. White. Money from 3.
Well, this is the kind of unselfish basketball White plays. Excellent decision to give it up there.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. MP, and again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
White on the wing. Here's a pass to Tatum. Oh, no good. MP connects again from distance.
He's got this defense scrambling. Even when they've got 2 guys on him, he finds a way to get to space.
And he's making some team history. He just tied the franchise record for 3-pointers in a single game. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. That win brings them to a 3-0 start for the group play stage of the NBA Cup.
And now they're focused on getting a clean sweep over their group before moving on to knockout rounds.
Now let's send it over to Jennifer Quintana. Take it away, Jennifer.
MP, how did you approach this game, knowing your team is already set up to advance in the NBA Cup?
You know, we know our fans get excited about these cup games, so we really tried to bring our A game for them. Yeah, we clinched already, but this is still a big deal for us. So we wanted to put on a show, as always.
Sure did, MP. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Brian, over to you.
All right, thanks, Jennifer. And that'll do it, folks. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Coach Stan Van Gundy, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. So long, everyone.